सर्वेभ्यः प्रार्थनया प्रारम्भं कुर्मः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। हरिः ओं तत्सत्। अद्य नवमपाठस्य व्याकरणातीतभागेषु प्रवेशः। व्यावहारिकशब्दाः इत्यस्मिन् उपभागे अद्य पाकशाला साधनानि अर्थात पाकशालायाम् उपयोगे यानि भवन्ति तादृश साधनानां परिचयः, the instruments that are of utility to us in the kitchen. पाकशाला साधनानि, साधनं साधनानि बहुवचने। अद्य श्रीलता वर्याम् आह्वयामि किंचित पठितुं। श्रीलता वर्ये पठितुं शक्यते वा? नमो नमो नमः।
नमो नमः।
अत्र एकं द्वे इति एवं गच्छति, एवं गच्छतु यथा सूचितमस्ति संख्या तथा।
एकं लवित्रं स्मॉल सिकल, द्वे ईली अ बिग नाइफ।
एकं द्वे इति नावश्यकं, किमर्थम् इत्युक्ते तत्र तदेव मनसि गच्छति। केवल संस्कृतपदस्य पठनम् आङ्ग्ल अनुवादस्य पठनम् एवं क्रियताम्। So ईली बिग नाइफ सम्यक्।
A big knife fixed to a wooden plank.
Yes.
Churika knife.
छुरिका छुरिका
Churika.
छकारः महाप्राणः, तत्र छकारः महाप्राणः, छुरिका इति भवति।
Churika.
Knife.
Darvi ladle. Randra darvi sieved spoon. Vellani rolling pin. Peshana yantram grinder. बाष्पस्थाली कुकर।
बाष्प इत्युक्ते स्टीम, स्थाली इत्युक्ते वेसल, प्लेट वेसल, लाइक दैट। सो बाष्पस्थाली कुकर।
बाष्पस्थाली कुकर। स्थालिका प्लेट, चषकः टम्बलर, चमसः स्पून, द्रोणी बकेट, भ्राष्ट्रम deep frying pan, pishtapachanam a shallow pan, shurpah winnowing basket.
You remember Shurpanakha, one whose fingernails were looking each like winnowing basket. That's why she is known as Shurpanakha. Okay.
Patta grindstone.
Pattaha
grindstone. Ulukalam grinder. Manthanaha churning stick. Sandamshaha tongs. Kalashaha vessel. Sheetakam fridge. Ushnarakshakam flask. Tapakaha boiler. Mishrakam mixer.
Thank you, Varye. So, very quickly, lavitram, ईली, छुरिका, दर्वी, रंध्रदर्वी, वेल्लनी, पेषणयंत्रम, बाष्पस्थाली, स्थालिका, चषकः, चमसः, द्रोणी, भ्राष्ट्रम, पिष्टपचनम, शूर्पः, पट्टः, उलूखलम, मंथानः, संदंशः, कलशः, शीतकम्, उष्णरक्षकम्, तापकः, मिश्रकम्. Okay, this is the set. So if you see, some are in strilinga, some are in napumsaka, some are in pullinga. Okay, so lavitram clearly a napumsakalinga. Ili sounds like a strilinga shabda. At least at this moment we will assume it's strilinga. Churika clearly akaranta strilinga. Like this it goes. Okay, So typically we can Chashaka, for example, Chamasa, these are masculine. Okay. And Shurpaha, Pattaha, these are also masculine, as are Kalashaha, Sandanshaha. See, Sandamshaha, San means well and bite, Damshaha. So that which bites well, in the sense grabs other things with its teeth, some tongs. So some are nice constructions. And Manthana, we know word, Samudra Manthana, from that, the great episode as part of our Puranas. So Manthanaha is that which is the stick which is used for Manthana Kriya. Manthana is actually, there is a verb around that. Okay. Ushna Rakshakam, again, is a compound. Ushna means hot and Rakshakam means protector. So heat protector means flask. Today, of course, Shita Rakshakam api tadeva. We know it actually maintains temperature. Yeah. Shitakam, that which cools. Yeah.
So can we assume that those ending in ma halant are
Yes.
napusakling?
Yes. Generally, yes. These are all akaranta napumsakalingas, and usually these aha endings are masculine. Those like Darvi, Randha Darvi, they're also masculine, but it will take some more knowledge to get there. Okay. Guni Shabda, for example, is a masculine Shabda. Like that, these are. Okay. There is a Pratyaya which generates masculine. So there, to take feminine, there is another Pratyaya to be added to it, like that. Okay. So it's okay right now. You are not worrying about the gender so much. It's okay. Get familiar with the words. It will be nice to build up your vocabulary like this. Okay, all right. So we'll move forward. Are there any questions? Okay. So today's Prahelika puzzle verse. Hela is a dhatu, which means to please, to play, this kind of things are there with that. So Prahelika, a kind of a challenging game type of thing. Okay. So let us read today's verse. Very interesting pictures. Let us see what it is. I also forgotten. Vrikshagravasi nacha pakshi rajaha. See, this vasi shabda is also pullinga. Vrikshagravasi nacha pakshi rajaha. Trinetradari nacha shula panihi. Tvagvastradhari nacha siddha yogi. Yogi is also pullinga shabda. Jalam cha bibran na ghatho na megha. Bibran iti samyoga. Bibran na ghatho na megha iti. So punah ekavaram evameva pathami shrunvantu. Vrikshagravasi na cha pakshi rajaha. Trinetradari na cha shula panihi. Tvagvastradhari na cha siddha yogi. Jalam cha bibran na ghatho Bibrat Mibran Nagatho na Megha. So Vrikshagravasi, what is that compound? Vasi means that which lives. Agra means at the pinnacle or the top. Vriksha is tree. Tree top dweller. That is the Samastapada. Tree top dweller. Vrikshagravasi. Okay. Nacha Pakshi Rajaha. But though it is a tree top dweller, it is not the Pakshi Raja or the great eagle. Okay. So that's first, because they tend to sit at the top of the highest tree, right? So that's why they have chosen that Pakshi Raja. Okay. All right. Trinetradari Nachashula Panihi. I have seen Trinetra also. Here they have used Natva. Okay, maybe it's optional also here. Trinetradari nachashula panihi. So one who has three eyes, but not indeed Shulapani Shiva. See, he is the Shulapani, right? So one who has the Shula in his hands. So this is called Bahuvrihi Samasa. Shulam Parnau Yasya Saha. Shulam, the instrument Shulam, trident, Parnau, in the hand, Yasya Saha, in whomsoever he, Shulapanihi, Shiva. So that it describes neither the Pani nor the Shula, it describes the third person who holds the Shula in his Pani. This we call it Bahuvrihi Samasa. Aparapada Pradhana, Bahuvrihi. You will learn all this in the Kovida level. It's quite enjoyable. Okay, Shulapanihi. So the different types of samasaras are there. We will not worry. Everybody, this is a samasapada, this has Pakshi and Raja, this has Stri, Netra and Dhari, this is Shula and Pani. So you can see its compounds are abound here. But meaning, so one with three eyes, but not Shiva. Tvagvastradhari nacha siddha yogi. It does indeed wear the cloth, okay, made with twag, some kind of fiber or skin. Okay, it does have a fibrous or skinny cloth upon it. Dharati iti dhari. Okay, same way netra dhari is there. So, but not siddha yogi, not a yogi who is a siddha, one who has achieved his status. So, who indeed wears tvagvastra. So this is the thing. So this is the case. So it does live on the top of a tree, but it is not the king of birds. It does have three eyes, but it is not Lord Shiva. It does wear a skinny fibrous cover, but it is not a yogi. Jalam cha bibrat nagatho na megah. Despite carrying water, it is not a pot, nor is it the cloud which carries water. The clue is spectacular. It's very easy now to guess the answer. All of you have got the answer, I'm sure. Okay. Yes, Samuria, you are right. Okay. How do you say it in Samskritam?
Narikelam.
Narikelam, Narikela Phalam, one of the two. Okay, Narikelam or Narikela Phalam also you can take, because it's actually about the fruit coconut. Okay, Narikela Phalam. Very good. So it lives on top of a tree, but it's not the lord of birds. It has three eyes, but it is not God Shiva. It wears clothes made of skin and fibrous skin. Okay, but it is not a mendicant. Oh, okay. Translation for Siddha Yoga, mendicant. Okay. I'm not familiar with that. I think yogi is acceptable in the entire world. Nobody will understand mendicant. It contains water, but is neither a pot nor a cloud. What is it? So we know the answer. Narikelam. Narikela phalam. Like that. See, three eyes. If you open the top, I don't know how modern kids are familiar with all the structure. We are familiar because we have, with our hands, we have shorn many coconuts. So yeah, so perfect description. These kind of things are there even in local languages. This kind of games we used to play in our childhood using local language verses also. Guess who type of things. In Chandamama, it used to appear in the challenge section. We had to answer with postcards. Okay, Narikelam, coconut. So we'll read once more. Vrikshagravasi nacha pakshirajah trinetradhari nacha shulapanihi tvagvastradhari nacha siddha yogi jalam cha bibran na ghato na mega. This bibran is basically shatranta. Even despite holding water, carrying water, like that. Wow, what a beautiful picture. Again, Bapu. You can see his signature here. Here's the classic signature. Oh man, nice picture. Okay, so Sangrahya Vishayaha. Today's verses are around Rama. Okay, so two verses. Don't know the source, but it's there, I'm sure, in some old Kavya. Ramaya, Ramabhadraya, Ramachandraya, Vedhase, Raghunathaya, Nathaya, Sitayaha, Pataye Namaha. Pati Shabda, Pataye. Okay. So, Ramaya, Ramabhadraya, Ramachandraya, Vedhase, Raghunathaya, Nathaya, Sitayaha, Pataye Namaha. So finally, what is the thing? Namaha. Kam namamaha? Pataye Namaha. Arthat Ramaya Namaha. Kasyaha Pataye, Sitayaha Pataye Namaha. So to the Sitapati, to him we offer our namana for his sake. So this is the placement of Chaturthi with Namaha. Okay, Gurave Namaha, Ramaya Namaha, Sitayai Namaha. If you striling Sitayai Namaha, like this it will go. Here Pati Shabda, so Pataye, Sitayaha, Sambandha with Pati Shabda. And Pati Shabda is in Chaturthi to go with Namaha. See how the stacking is. Okay, so what are the first one is very direct. His actual name assigned to him as the one who pleases. Ramaya, for the sake of one who pleases. Ramabhadraya. Okay, so this one is further enhancing his name. I don't know what Bhadra brings in. Where does it take? Happiness like moon. He is the supreme God.
Bhadra means auspiciousness.
Maybe in that sense. Bhadra also means secure. So yeah, maybe in that sense. Okay. All right. So yeah, I have here. Okay, guys. Look, I realized that I won't remember. So I have put some notes here. Bhadram is Sukham. Okay, so one who not only is pleasing, one who is also providing happiness. That sense, Ramabhadra. Okay, interesting. So Ramabhadraya, Ramachandraya. So one who is described as the very epitome of the pleasing moon, sacred and pleasing like the moon. Also, Ramachandra is one of his name, and also again the same Vibhakti, Chaturthi Vibhakti. So these are all Visheshanas. So what the Kavi is doing, simply instead of saying Ramayana Maha, he has put on a lot of quality description. So there is a stuti or stavanas, what we call praise in these Visheshanas, and the offering of the salutations or the Bhakti Bhava in the Namaha. That's all. And Vedhase. Okay, so this Vedas is Vishnu, is another name for Vishnu. So Vedhase is similar to saying Vishnave because the avatar of Vishnu, Vishnave. Okay, and again there is a genesis behind why the word Veda is used, but we will not go there again. Bharati iti kimapi syat tatra. Raghunathaya. So Raghu is the Vamsha, Raghu Vamsha. He is the Ikshvaku Raghu Vamsha, like that. So Raghu is one of the great leaders before Rama in the lineage. So the Vamsha came to be called Raghu Vamsha after his great achievements. So Raghunatha means one of the kings of the Raghu Vamsha. Raghunam Natha. Okay. So Raghunatha. Tasmai Raghunathaya. Tasmai is the Chaturthi Vibhakti of Tad Shabda, Pullinga. Saha Taute goes to Tasmai. Okay. Nathaya. So this is simply for the one who is our leader in that sense. Okay. So Lokanathaya, maybe for the Lokanatha, for the one who leads the Prajas. Okay. And then Sitayaha Pataye, also attributing one who is great because he is the husband of Sitama. Sitayaha Pataye Namaha, like this. Okay. So what we have is the Pattabhisheka scene after the war and all that. So Surya himself is there on top.
So this shloka is from Ram Raksha.
Ramarakshanam. Okay. Yeah, it appears in many prayer sequences. Yeah. Probably it comes in even Ramayanam itself under the initial segments when the Mangala shlokas are read. Okay. Before we launch into reading Ramayana also. Probably there also prayers like this are put in place by ancient masters. So Ramaya, Ramabhadraya, Ramachandraya, Vedhase, Raghunathaya, Nathaya, Sitayaha, Pataye Namaha. Then Apadam aparahartaram dataram sarvasampadam lokabhiramam Shriramam bhuyo bhuyo namamyaham. Oh, a lot of people have responded in the chat. I was not seeing. Sarpanaka, Shurpanaka, manicured. No, Shurpanaka having manicured nails is good imagination, but Shurpa here is more like a winnow basket sized nails. She was a Rakshasi, no? So winnow basket like nails. Yeah, that's
Sir,
what.
was she the same whose nose was cut?
Yes, yes, yes. Lakshmana in anger chopped her nose, and that led to eventually her complaining. I mean, bringing all her brothers to fight. They were all dispatched, and then she had to go to Ravana, saying this. She doesn't tell why it happened. She doesn't tell her own faults of why that happened. Anyway, it was destiny, I guess. I will be on mute for the next half an hour or so. Abhinandan, no issues. So let us read this verse again. Apadam aparahartaram dataram sarvasampadam lokabhiramam Shriramam bhuyo bhuyo namamyaham. So here new thing, bhuyo bhuyo namamyaham. Bhuyaha bhuyaha has become bhuyo bhuyo in the Visarga Utvasandhi we call it. So bhuyaha bhuyaha mean again and again like that. Not once but many times. Okay. And plenty times is the sense of bhuyaha. Okay, punaha punaha. Namami. So there namaha was impersonal. Mama atva asmakam namaha like that. But here namami. So aham is also involved. So namamyaham. There is a yarn sandhi there. So namamyaham. Namami aham. Like that. I bow down again and again to Sri Rama. Sri Rama. So now he takes the karma position for the namami. Dhatu. Sri Ramam namami. Kam namami, Sri Ramam namami. Just like karma pada for the target, the object for the namana. Karta is aham, uttama purusha, ekavachana. Okay. So now again, Sri Ramam bhuyaha bhuyaha namami aham. That's all is the active sentence. But then Kidrisham Sri Ramam Apadam apahartaram. Apadam shashti bahuvachana. Okay. Apadam apahartaram. Apat iti shabdah. Halanta shabdah tatra. Apadam apahartaram. Apaharta means one who draws it away, one who removes it, one who steals. In other occasions, it can be one who steals, but not in the negative sense of stealing, one who takes away. What? Apat. Apat means dangers and obstacles in our life. So apadam aphartaram, one who removes the obstacles that are in front of me. Me because aham is there. Dataram, the one who provides. Data means one who gives dana. Dataraha, dataram dvitiya. So one who, to the one who provides. Sarva sampadam dataram. So this is again Shashti. Just like Apadam, Sarva Sampadam Dataram. So we read like that. So one who is giving what? All our bounties. One who provides for all the bounties, whether it be food and other things. That kind of thing. Sarva Sampadam Dataram. Okay. Lokabhiramam. Okay. Abhirama. Abhi Upasarga Yukta Rama is kind of there. Okay. Abhiramate, and that has generated Abhirama and Loka. Okay. So here Janapriyaha. Okay. So one who is praja facing and so is loved by the people. Okay. Because here the Ramdhatu as a pleaser has been taken to along pleaser of the prajas or the Loka, of the people, citizenry. Okay. And Sri Ramam, one who is bound with a lot of bounty, capability, lot of richness in him. Sri Yukta Ramam, Sri Ramam. Okay. Sri not just in a respectful tone, it is actually to describe that he had a lot of, he was a rich king. Okay. Because his nation produced well, etc. All that. Then bhuyaha bhuyaha namamyaham. So that's what. Apadam apahartaram Dataram sarvasampadam lokabhiramam Shriramam bhuyo bhuyo namamyaham. So first pada apadam apahartaram. First, you see 8 letters finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Finished. Next again 8. Dataram sarvasampadam. This ma doesn't count as it, along with dam. Okay, so 8 again. Like that it goes. So bhuyo bhuyo namamyam is the 4th pada. So Kavis have a lot of challenge how to fit this 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, and then there are rules on the 3rd, 4th, and I think 4th, 5th, and 5th, 6th, and 7th columns. Sorry, 5th, 6th, and 7th column have rules of Lagu Guru. Others are free. Okay, except the yati break has to be maintained. You cannot have a word flow across the padas. You have to have at least the stem break, if not the pada break. Okay.
Is this Anushtub Chanda?
Yes. Shloka Anushtub.
Sir, here apadam hartaram and dataram
Apadam
are
hartaram is a break. There is a
Apadam
samyukta. You have to break it as apadam apahartaram. Sarvasampadam dataram. Lokabhiramam Shriramam aham bhuyah namami. Like that. Aham can be put all the way in the beginning.
First two are Dvitiya Vibhakti.
Everybody is Dvitiya here except Bhuyaha, which is a Avyaya, and Namami, which is a Kriyapada, and Aham, which is a Prathama Vibhakti Karta. The rest are all like Sri Ramam, Lokabhiramam, but this is Shashti of the Dvitiya, Sarvasampadam Dataram. Okay, Apadam Apahartaram. So Apadam and Sarvasampadam are Shashti, possessor. Apadam possesses Apahartara Shabda. Sarvasampadam possesses the Datara Shabda. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
The giver of all boons, the stealer or the remover of all difficulties. Of all difficulties, Apadam. Of all boons, Sarvasampadam.
Sir, why up attached to apahartaram? I mean, what does it mean actually? Apadam, hartaram, if you say it will be wrong. Why is it apahartaram?
Apa means, harta means one who takes for himself. Yeah. Apaharta means one who moves it away. Apa, upasarga in the sense of moves it away.
Moves it away. Hartaram, if it's only hartaram, he is just moving.
Yeah, it will suffice. I am not saying it will give any sense of him stealing some apat. If he steals our apat, no problem. But Apa gives even more clear explanation, one who sweeps away the apats. Yeah. Hartaram, one who attracts. Hrudatu. Like, Hrudaya Shabda also has the same dhatu in it. Hrudatu. Yeah.
Sir, is it like we studied Harati and Apaharati?
Harati, Apaharati. Apaharati in that context means steals for himself then. But here Apahartara is in the sense of who sweeps it away. I mean, why will he keep the apat for himself? Yeah. If it is Dhanapahartaram, then it is steal. If it is Apadam Apahartaram, then it is a sweeper of the difficulties. Yeah. Anyway, remover in the sense of remover you take. A remover can be a thief or it can be God. So that's what. Apat means vipattihi. Okay. So, and that is a strilinga. Halanta Pratipadika, Tasam, Apadam, like that. So, Apaharati iti apahartaraha tam. One who steals, so it is a apahartara. Some kind of prakriya is involved in going from Kriyapada or Dhatu towards Nama. Krudanta pratyaya is involved. And then tam apahartaram. Tam indicates Dvitiya Vibhakti placement. Tasam indicates Shashti Vibhakti Strilinga Bahuvachana placement. This is a technique of using Sarvanama to indicate the Vibhakti conversion. This is the Vigraha definition Vakya for the genesis of that. Dadati iti dataraha. one who gives, so he is Datara. And Dam, him. Sampat, Dhanam, Sampattihi, Tasam, Sampadam. Again, similar to Srilinga. Apat is a Srilinga, Takaranta, Dakara is a Dakaranta, Sampat, Sampad Shabda. Okay, Lokanam Abhiramah, Janapriyah, Tam Janapriyam, Arthat Lokabhiramam. Bhuyah is like Punaha. Okay, any questions? Okay, all right. So we'll move forward. I don't know, his style of sketching is something I highly appreciate. Something very attractive about it. Okay. Samskrita Vangmaya Parichayah. You see how first section is very taxing. Okay, even though just couple of pages we have to spend a class, entire hour and a half on one or two pages of the grammar part, because that's the crux of learning and that's where technical difficulties come. So actually to read Sanskrit verses or Sanskrit storylines of simple nature, etc., is not at all very taxing. At that time, at the Pravesha level, we are not trying to overanalyze, but although I am trying to jump in and saying this is Samastapada, that's all just a little bit of hint of what it is, because you want to know how that compounding happens. Not for you to memorize and remember Bahuvrihi, technical word, Tatpurusha, technical word, noun. Now you don't worry, it will come. Samskrita Vangmaya Parichaya. So, introduction to the world of Sanskrit. Okay. So, Uttara Ramacharitam. So, this Uttara Ramacharitam is the Uttarakanda retold by Bhavabhuti. Okay, one of the great thing. And it is a play. So, he has depicted the Uttara Kanda, which is basically Lavakusha Kanda, you can say. You know, the brilliant thing about Ramayana is Valmiki kind of loops the end with the beginning. Okay, so some of the what is foretold in the Uttarakanda actually starts off in the Balakanda right from there, because the storyline goes like, starts with Lava and Kusha singing Ramayana. And Lakshmana, one of the Shatrughna or Lakshmana, somebody getting mesmerized, saying, how does he know all this? And then he invites him to the court of Rama, and there he again recites Ramayana. They recite, these two boys recite Ramayana. Rama himself suddenly realizes they are his own kids and all that. That's how it starts. There is also some folklore about Lavakusha stopping the Ashwamedha horse of Rama and all that, fighting between the forces of Ayodhya and Lava and Kusha. That's the picturization here on the top right. Huh? Okay, so all right. So whom do I invite? Okay. All right. So Ramya is ready. So let's give it to her. Ramya Varye, please lead us on.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Uttara Ramacharitam. The author of this play is Bhavabhuti. The story of abandonment of Sita found in the Uttarakanda of
Uttarakanda. See,
is the
where
theme
there is
of
a
this
bar,
drama.
no, read, do the dirgha. Uttarakanda. I'm sorry, this is not our
Uttarakanda.
goal to read from English strange font, the
Uttarakanda.
Sanskritam, but I'm teaching you at least how that's.
Uttarakhanda of Ramayana is the theme of this drama. Soon after the coronation of Rama, the elders Kaushalya and Kausalya and others went to Rishyashringa's
No,
hermitage
you read that
in
very well.
Ayodhya
This
when
capital R
Sita
with a
was
dot is
resting on the lap of
Rishyashringa. You read it well, no problem. Yeah.
In Ayodhya, when Sita was resting on the lap of Rama, a spy came and reported to Rama the rumor about Sita prevalent among the people. Rama decided to abandon Sita and sent her away to the forest. The twin sons of Sita, Lava and Kusha, were born and they grew up in the hermitage of Valmiki. Meanwhile, Rama decided to perform the Ashwamedha in Ayodhya and sent the sacrificial horse on expedition. Lava horse that came to the forest.
I think there
On
was a
that
little
score,
blip in
there
your
was a fight
internet.
between Kusha and
Just start with Lava.
Okay. Lava bound the horse that came to the forest. On that score, there was a fight between Kusha, Chandraketu, the son of Lakshmana. At that juncture, Rama arrived there and stopped the fight. Then all of them came to know one another. The great sage Valmiki presented Sita with Lava and Kusha to Rama. Has introduced some changes in the story of Ramayana to make it effective as a drama. This play occupies a place of merit in Sanskrit literature. Uttare Ramacharite Bhavabhutihi Vishishyate.
Thanks, Bhagini. Well read. So, if you notice, Bhavabhuti's description of Uttara Ramacharita is not Valmiki's description of Uttara Ramacharita. In fact, there is a lot of, if you go to the original Valmiki Ramayana, they say Valmiki's work stopped with Pattabhisheka. Okay, after the Yuddha Kanda, conclusion is drawn. Okay, and some post Valmiki period, maybe dear Shishyas of Valmiki described, because Valmiki himself is very much involved in Uttarakanda as a directly involved character, if you notice, because it is his hermitage where Sita takes refuge, and he is caring for Sita, and then the kids are born, he literally brings them up, etc. So potentially that description of that period was from his lineage, rather than him himself, perhaps. Okay, but actually a hint of this is given in the beginning, in the way Ramayana starts, like I told, with Lavakusha singing, etc., in some jatra held in Ayodhya, etc. And so that gives a different picture. Valmiki's description gives a different picture of how Lava and Kusha came to be again recognized and brought into the Ayodhya as the future kings by the Rama and his brothers, right? Here, Bhavabhuti has taken, they say, actually, there is a saying, I am forgetting, there is a saying in Samskritam, I am forgetting the exact Sanskrit phrase. The Sanskrit kavis, okay, not Sanskrit kavis, the kavis are greater than God, is that saying, okay? Why? Because God has certain way in which he has outlined the history to happen in real life. But the Kavis have their imagination to go beyond God and create their own storylines, which God did not play in this world. So that's why they are like bigger than God. That kind of atishayokti is used to describe Kavis. So using that freedom, what you call literary freedom, okay, Bhavabhuti has made his own twist to the Lavakusha story. So it is also very colorful. When a twist is given without any what you call harmful intent, that is kind of not opposed. Nobody says, oh, see, for example, abandonment of Sita, this kind of things and all are in his description, and that is taken as Valmiki's folklore. No, okay, all right. So clearly, but there was a separation, so you can guess about it. Maybe it was mutually agreed thing, given some nonsense. So some cockroach of that era forced it. I'll not say beyond that. Okay. So I think you guys all understood. Are there any questions? Okay. So finally, this is a colorless summary of a kavyatva of Bhavabhuti, which can be enjoyed only if you go into the actual play. Just like Shakuntalam can be enjoyed if you see Kalidasa's writings, not by seeing summarization of the same. It's hardly colorful. In fact, sometimes it is harmful, such summarization, because it doesn't draw correctly from the original, the intent. But more or less, it will be fairly honest the way this has been done. So I'm not contesting that. And also, the freedom of Bhabhuti to have his own interpretation is also clear here. Okay. But imagine this is a play, this is a drama. How beautiful it would be to read the original once we are enabled to do that. Even maybe there is a help of Tatparya in some textbook for us, but still to read the original verses will be interesting, even if in part. So that's what. So the way Bhavabhuti is colored is saying, in Uttara Ramacharita, in his depiction of Uttara Ramacharita, Bhavabhuti excels. Vishishyate is excels. He excels in. So he has got other works, but he excels in Uttara Ramacharita. So remember, Bhavabhuti Uttara Ramacharitam, important pairing in your mind. Remember a very compact version of the story, but I don't know how, whether too much question will come around English text here. Okay. We'll move forward. 1 minute. Just there is, I will have to give a water break now early because there is a bell I have to attend to. Let me give you a pause. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry that there was something. My very old father-in-law urgently needed attention, so that is taken care of. Okay, so yeah, so that's the summary. So sometime we all hope to read from Bhavabhuti himself, the Uttara Ramacharitam sections, and enjoy. We move forward. So there is a Samskrita Katha. Okay, so this is a good thing. Sometimes rather than give questions around these kind of kathas, I have seen they actually give a small paragraph or something and ask questions around it, so that they see your reading comprehension using similar style of simple language. Okay, that is what is more desirable. I think that's what they are doing, rather than depend too much on memory of these stories. But remember Sankshepa, try to remember these stories. No harm. These are all famous stories. Okay. So this katha, sahasa vidadhita na kriyam. That means don't take any action in a hurry. Vidadhita, don't na vidadhita, don't put into force with hurry any action. That's what hasty action should be avoided is the title of the story. So vidadhita is in one of those Atmanepadi lot forms, I think. Anybody wants to volunteer to read? I can take 2 people.
Can do that, Acharya.
Yeah, Abhinandan. Yeah, Abhinandan and Preetam I will choose. So Abhinandan, you go first. Madhavi, I will choose you later. I'm sorry. So you can mute all the rest of you. So Abhinandan, you start off, Varya.
Sahasa vidadit na kriyam.
Vidadita na kriyam. Vidadita na. Vidadita.
Vidadita na kriyam.
Just come nearer to the microphone, please. Yeah.
Okay. Ekasmin grame eka mahila vasati sma.
So in a if you can give the meaning, that will be nice.
So I'll read the English translations on the right, I suppose.
No. Try to not. I should blank it.
Okay.
Try to let me just give me a moment. Reading that is no use. Yeah, I have removed it. So please read and translate yourself.
You'll have to share your screen.
Oh, sorry. Screen share stopped because of what I did. I'm sorry. I will share it again. Okay.
Thank you. I see it.
You see it now. Yeah.
Ekasmin grame.
What is the question? Okay, continue. Don't worry. It's resolved.
एकस्मिन् ग्रामे एका महिला वसति स्म. There lived a woman in a village.
Very good. There used to, the sma is a used to also sense. They used to live a village, in a lady in a village, yes.
In a village. Sa ekam nakulam palayati sma.
Palayati sma.
Palayati sma.
Little slow down, Abhinandan, little slow down, yeah.
She had a pet mongoose.
Very good. See how he described. Instead of saying she used to take care of a mongoose, the correct way to go to Tatparya is she had a pet mongoose. Everything else is implied. So by Palayati, it is actually she was caring. It is in the sense of she had a pet mongoose. Yes.
Nakulasya vishaya tasyah bahu pritiha asit. The lady had a lot of affection, a lot of liking, affection, care for that pet.
Yes.
Nakulasya. Mahilayah ekah shishuha api asit. The lady also had a kid. Tasya grahasya samipe jalam na asit. The lady's house did not have water supply anywhere close.
Yes.
Jalam anetum sa duram gachati sma. To fetch water, she had to go a distance.
Few more sentences. Continue.
Ekasmin dine jalam anetum sa agachat.
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 No, not dirga. Agachat.
Oh, agachat. Yes, sorry. Ekasmin dine jalam anetum sa agachat. On a particular day, she went out to fetch some water.
Very good. How he translated ekasmin dine to particular day. See, that's the respect we have to give to each language phrasing. So instead of going literally, he is going tatparya sense. That is correct. So what you have to do when you read this, you have to get an internal tatparya in your head of your mother tongue, I guess, and then go from there to the correct way in which you phrase English.
Grihe kopi na asit. While she was away, there was nobody at home. Tasyaha shishuha nidritah asit. And the kid fell asleep.
He was asleep. Fell asleep. He was asleep. Yeah.
Was asleep. Okay. Mahila bahirgata. And the lady went.
Went out. Yeah.
Went out. Tada ekah sarpaha griham agatah. While she was out, a snake entered the house.
Very nice.
Nakulaha sarpam apashyat. The pet mongoose, it saw the snake. Sarpaha shishu samipam agachat. The snake came close to the baby. Nakulaha tatakshane ekah evah sarpasya upari apatat.
You read this again?
Nakulaha tatkshane.
Not tatakshane. Tatkshane. Tatkshane. Yeah.
Tatkshane. The mongoose attacked the serpent. The mongoose attacked the serpent. Actually, I don't know the translation of tatakshane.
Tatkshane means at that moment, at that very moment. That means immediately.
Oh, okay.
Immediately. For example, in Kannada, we say takshana madu, do it immediately, like that. That is used a lot in South. Maybe you're not familiar from your mother tongue. That's okay. Yeah, at that moment. Kshana means a moment. Tat means that moment. So at that very moment, tat kshane. At is coming from saptami placement, kshane. So tat kshane, at that very moment. A kshanadalli, unhi kshaname. Like that. Okay.
It fell on or it attacked the
Attacked
serpent.
is the correct translation. Very good. Literal translation, it fell upon the snake. That is also okay. There is a phraseology used, fell upon the snake, in the sense of attack. Nothing wrong. After all, there is similar style in the Indo-European languages with respect to verb usage. So that's also fine. Continue, sir.
Shan matrena eva saha sarpam amarayat. It killed the snake in that second.
In that instantly it killed it. I mean, basically, it was very clever to kill the snake. We know the cleverness of mongoose in this. It's amazing to see. Okay, beautiful reading. I like the way you translated also. Thanks, Abhinandan Varya.
Thank
you. Now I think I had told Preetam Varya. Yeah, Preetam Varya, you go.
Mahila jalam gruhitva agata. Lady came back with water. Dware eva nakulaha upavishtaha. Mongoose was sitting at the door.
Hmm.
Mahila Nakulasya Mukham Apashyat. Lady saw the mouth of the mongoose.
Hmm.
Nakulasya Mukham Raktamayam. Mongoose mouth was full of blood.
Hmm.
Sa achintayat. She thinks, Ayam Nakulaha Mama Shishum Akhadat. Ayam is so this
Ayam is
mongoose,
pullinga. Ayam iyam idam. This is the correct one in English. Basically, this he. Okay, this mongoose. Yeah,
this mongoose has eaten my child,
my baby. Yeah,
my baby. Attaha eva asya mukham raktam iti. That is why its mouth is covered in blood.
very good.
सा तत्क्षणे एव एकं शिलाखण्डं नकुलस्य उपरि अक्षिपत्. Immediately, she throws a stone towards the mongoose.
Upon the mongoose, upari, upon the mongoose. I mean, big boulder almost, let us say. Yeah, sad.
Yeah, big rock.
Uh,
Nakulaha mrutaha. Mongoose dies. Anantaram sa gruhasya antaha gataha. After that,
gata, strilinga,
gata.
gata.
Anantaram sa gruhasya antaha gata. She enters. After that, she enters the house.
All this happened at the very door of the house itself by unthinking action. Yeah.
Tatra shishu kridati. There, baby was playing. Baby is playing. Kridati is playing.
Playing, yeah. Baby is playing. I mean, kicking
playing,
its leg or whatever.
Tatraiva mrutam sarpam apashyat. Tatra eva. There she saw a dead snake. Sa bahu dukkhita abhavat. She becomes very sad. Avicharena maya nakulaha samvrutaha iti sa paschatapena pidita abhavat. Without thinking, I killed mongoose. By thinking that she feels the pain.
Very good. Due to paschatapa, how do you translate? Regret. Beautiful translation. See, paschatapa in Sanskrit is very straightforward. Tapa means the heat or the kind of unstable mind. Okay. And paschat means after. So the heat after is actually regret. How Sanskrit engineers beautiful words from known parts. Yeah.
Ataha kimapi karyam sahasa na kartavyam. That is why kimapi karyam, any work, sahasa na kartavyam, should not be done in a hurry.
Very good.
Vicharam krutva evam kartavyam. It should be done after thinking.
Vicharam krutva or vicharya also is a Ved method. Okay, having inquired, vicharya athva vicharam krutva eva kartavyam. Okay, well done. So I think you guys are reading very well. This is all. I mean, if you are able to what you call unhindered read such a simple, not extremely simple. There is some complexity here already, but by staying through these 30 odd sessions, no, and also probably from self studies that you guys have done or from good memory you hold from your school, high school learnings, you're doing very well. Okay. So, and this Panchatantra, it's easy enough after a while to observe this directly with your own knowledge. There is a beautiful pair of books of Samskrita Bharati, Panchatantra by Dr. Vishwaswarya. Okay, it's all in Sanskritam. But so he has the Moola, the original Vishnu Sharma writings, and then his Tatparyas. And the first book goes a little bit more detail. Second book accelerates because by then you have learnt well. So the pair of Panchatantra books in original Sanskritam of Vishnu Sharma with select verses. What Dr. Vishwas does is he drops certain verses that are a little harsh for today's world. The Kavis of that era were no holds barred writers. Okay, so he has probably edited a few verses. Some he considers duplicate, some he considers irrelevant for today's world. So it's kind of slightly selected reading of Panchatantra. All right. So I
Yeah.
learned a lot by reading those two books. Yeah.
These are originally shlokas.
It is
Shloka
actually
book.
Champu Kavya. You can, though nobody categorize it in that sense, but it's like a Champu Kavya. There is a mixture of verses and texts. The text takes the storyline forward. The verses recite the bodha. Beautiful style of Vishnu Sharma. So the text is of course, not as simple as what Samskrita Bharati has put. It will be more compact and high grade Sanskrit of that era, but nothing very difficult for us to climb into. There will be a style that you will appreciate. And then the verses are beautifully giving the summaries, bodhas, and subhashitas, and all that in this mouth of these various characters. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you.
actually, this will be one of the upakathas of Panchatantra. It will come as a telling of a certain story by one of the animal characters that get involved in Panchatantra. It's a brilliant
One question.
kavya, Panchatantra, and then there are similar ones, others like that. Yeah.
So Gata is what form?
Very good. See, gataha, gata, gatam. These are called ktanta kridantas. Ktant. So we have been taught ktavatu kridanta, like gatavan, gatavati, gatavat. Those forms, which are like past participle, like the fellow who went, the lady who went, the thing which went, like that. This is also in a similar sense, but called karmani. It's a passive voice bhutakridanta. Karmani bhutakridanta. Those are, ktavatu is kartari bhutakridanta, active voice past tense forms, participles. But this is passive voice past tense participles. Gataha, gata, gatam, these forms. Okay. And sometimes they participate as visheshana. So gata is a visheshana to sa. Sa gata. She became the lady who went. Okay. And then you can put some kriya pada, asit, asti, or something like that if you wish. Not required. We complete it with gata and understood she went. Any other questions?
So what is the meaning of Sahasa?
Sahasa means immediately, urgently, without thinking.
Sir, in the second line,
Huh.
Nakulasya Vishaye Tasyaha Bahu Priti Asit.
Huh.
What is Vishaye?
Vishay, on the subject of Nakula. I mean, addressing him, her extreme love was there. So literally it goes like this. Nakulasya, of Nakula, of the mongoose, Vishaye, upon the subject. Upon the subject of the mongoose, what it means? About him, about the mongoose. Okay? In overall sense. See, Ramaha ati uttamaha tasya vishaye mama pritihi asti. So about him, so vishaye, in the sense of upon the matters related to Rama, there is extreme affection in me. That sense. Okay. Any other question?
This Sahasa means it is in general, or
No, Sahasa means in a kind of unthinking way, immediately, as a kind of a trigger response is called Sahasa, like that.
okay.
Sahasa karoti saha. I mean, it's not in a very, what you call, appreciative way, urgent. Okay, there are other words which are used in an appreciative way. Tvaraya, like that. Tvara, tvaraya. That is actually not so detrimental as sahasa in this context. Tvaraya vidadhita nakriyam is not as colorful as using sahasa vidadhita nakriyam. Is that sense. Okay. Haste. See, the difference between haste and fast. Fast is tvara. Haste is sahasa. Do you see the difference? Haste is not complementary. Yeah.
Sir, this Sahasa, it has no relation to the Hindi word. Actually, in Hindi, sahas or
Sahas is a different word. This is
different
there in
word,
Sanskrit. It's
and
not a
this
Hindi
is
word.
dhairya.
Sahasa is there in Sanskritam also. Okay. Sahasa means some kind of bravery sense is there. I myself don't know whether there is any Taddita relationship that has led to that. I am not aware. It's a different word for now. It has no immediate purport to Sahasa. Okay. Sahasa is like, though it looks like a Karana Karaka form, if you know the declensions, but it is an avyaya. Okay.
Sir, this Nakulaha Mritaha. So this Mritaha is not a
Ktanta,
dhatu.
another Ktanta. Nakulaha Mritavan, Nakulaha Mritaha, Ktanta Mritaha, Nakulaha Mritaha Abhavat, like that. Abhut Abhavat, like that.
Okay.
Athava Nakulaha Mritavan could have been used. Akulaha Nakulaha Mriyate could have been used. Amriyata in Lang could have been used. They have used Ktanta Mritaha. I mean, Nakula, a dead person, it became. Dead thing, it became. Okay. Nakula is a pullinga word. So actually, Nakula Sahadeva, that Nakula, so in Mahabharata, Nakula as a character of the Pandava also comes. Nakula as a individual character, Mongoose, comes also in Mahabharata. The Mongoose that comes in Mahabharata is related to bringing down the Garva of Dharmaraja. Vyasa is brilliant, actually. Anyway, we'll not go there. I guess we got this storyline. Please read it once more. All the stories, if you read once more, whatever memory you carry with it is sufficing for your needs. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so now there are a few questions. Okay, we will answer this and take a proper water break. Earlier, I didn't give a proper water break. It was just a instant break because of some. Did I restart recording? I get afraid. Oh, I have restarted. Okay, thankfully I have. Otherwise, there is no way to record the missing portion. So you can raise your hands. I will call out those who want to participate to answer these simple questions for us in Samskritam. Okay, Srilata Variye, Pratama Prashnasya Patanam Kritva Uttaram Dasyatu.
ग्रामे का वसति स्म ग्रामे एका महिला वसति स्म
Very good. Now, Remya.
Yes, sir. सा किमर्थं दूरं गच्छति स्म सा जलम् आनेतुं दूरं गच्छति स्म.
Very good. You can say Jalartham also. Jalam anetum is even better. Okay. Sa jalam anetum duram gacchati sma. Well done. Next, Manasa Varye.
Nakulaha kam apashyat. Nakulaha ekaha sarpaha gruham agatam apashyat.
Agatam sarpam karmapada you have to place. Okay. Griham agatam sarpam ekam apashyat. That is the style. You were close. You went in Pratama Vibhakti. Nakula is already in Pratama Vibhakti. So Sarpa cannot belong in Pratama Vibhakti. Right, Bagine? So it has to be the object. So Nakulaha griham agatam sarpam ekam apashyat. Or simple sarpam apashyat also will suffice for marks, but your answer is more descriptive, more accurate. So ekam sarpam apashyat or griham agatam sarpam ekam apashyat. A snake which had come home, Nakula saw, like that. Okay, well done. Deepali Variye.
नकुलस्य मुखं कथम् आसीत् नकुलस्य मुखं रक्तमयम् आसीत्
Raktamayam, Mayat Pratyaya, Raktamayam. Okay, Mayat Pratyaya we call it. Okay, so Raktamayam. Okay, Lohamayam. Like this, you can use the Mayat to sense full of, like that. Okay. Well done. Nakulasya mukam Raktamayam asit. Okay, I have to again enable the thing. Arrow. Okay, Visipa. Last question for Vidyavarye.
Yeah. महिला किम् अचिन्तयत्? महिला इति अचिन्तयत् अयं नकुलः मम शिशुम् अखादत् अतः एव अस्य मुखं रक्तम् इति.
Very good. Okay, put the iti after the quote. Okay, Mahila Ayam Nakulaha mama shishum akhadat atah tasya mukam raktamayam asti iti achintayat. That is the order you go. Okay, Bagine?
Okay.
Nakulaha mama shishum akhadat iti achintayat. I have put the dot, but this is the critical part. So, Mahila, you start. Mahila, mental quote open. Nakulaha mama shishum akhadat. Enough, but you can further say ataha etasya mukam raktamayam asti. Quote close. Iti achintayat. You can put mahila here also. Blah 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 blah. Iti mahila achintayat. That's also fine. Okay, that's also a style. So blah 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 blah. Iti mahila achintayat. Karta can go there after the iti instead of in the beginning. How we speak in our mother tongue. ಅವನು ಹೊರಟೋದ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಚಿಂತಿಸಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಸ್ ದ ಇತಿ. ಸೊ ಓ ಗಯಾ ಐಸಾ ಮೈ ಸೋಚಾ ಐಸಾ ಇಸ್ ದ ಇತಿ ಇನ್ ಹಿಂದಿ. ಏವಂ ಇತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಎ ವಾಟರ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್. Proper 3-4 minutes.
Eva means only, no? Only.
Eva means only. Evam, I said, not eva. Evam, this way. Evam, slightly different word. Take a water break, guys. Okay, welcome back. So now we move on to the next segment after that beautiful story. Okay. Samskrita Vyavahara. So what they are teaching, they are giving you some new vocabulary words. One section they gave you some vocabulary words regarding kitchen elements and this and that and all that they have been teaching us since beginning. This segment has always been teaching us with conversational sentences about some new aspect of Sanskrit dictionary words, if you can call it dictionary. Okay, so here the focus of Pravesha has been question words, because conversation is about question and answer. So they have to teach you what are the different question words and how that elicits a certain response. So conversation is about question and answer. So that's why question words are being focused upon. So these are called one of the saptakakaras. So earlier we learned kutra and all that. I forget exactly what was learned in the 8th lesson, but we have been learning many. I remember kutra being very much there. Okay. So now today is about kada. So kutra was a locative question, where, okay, or sometimes karma eliciting, like kutra gachati, griham gachati type of thing. Gatyartaka dhatu kutra was about karma answer, object answer, and in other places it was locative answer, like in Bengaluru, in Mysuru, like that. So kada, in comparison, wherever actually there is a whole set of da words, okay, that end with da. So kada is a questioning word related to time, in the sense of when, at what time, when, kada, at what time, when. Okay, so it's an important word. So we are having some examples to start getting the sense of kada. Okay, study the following sentences. Suryodayah pratah bhavati. Suryodayah kada bhavati? Suryodayah pratah bhavati. Pratah is also an avyaya, kada is also an avyaya. But anyway, pratah is like an avyaya to mean in the morning. In the whole sense of saptami, the avyaya works. In the morning, during the morning, in the morning, pratah. Okay, don't think of that as tasil pratyaya. It's not like that. This is a avyaya, saptamyartaka avyayam. Okay, avyaya in the sense of saptami. So pratah bhavati. Or you can make a proper noun from it using pratah kale. Somebody had a question? Somebody said something. I'm sorry. Okay. Maybe that was an accidental unmute. So, Suryodayah pratah kale bhavati. when you add the Kala Shabda, the Prata becomes like a prefix to the Kala. Okay, morning time, like that. It is a compound. So morning time. So Pratah Kale, the Visarga remains. Pratah Kale Bhavati. Kale is actual Saptami placement. Okay, because Kala Shabda is a declinable. So Pratah Kale Bhavati. So Suryodaya Pratah Bhavati, Pratah Kale Bhavati. For example, Ratri Shabda is also declinable. So Ratrau Bhavati. We go Saptami Ekavachana of Ratri Shabda is Ratrau. Okay, so that's its declension. Okay, so Kada Pratah, Kada Pratah Kale, Kada Ratrau, Kada Madhyahne. Okay, like this. Madhyanhe. Sometimes we read the Nakara before the Hakara. Madhyanhe, Madhyanhe, like that. Okay. Sita Sayam Nrityabhyasam Karoti. Sita kada nrityabhyasam karoti? Questioning tone. Okay. Sita kada accent. Sita kada nrityabhyasam karoti? Leave the frequency high to go with the question. Nothing new. We do it in our mother tongues. सीता कब नृत्याभ्यास करती है? We don't say सीता कदा नृत्याभ्यास करती है. Nobody will understand you. कुछ गुनगुना रहा है, छोड़ो उसको, ऐसा सोचेंगे. Okay, so that's the thing. So again the answer tone. सीता सायं नृत्याभ्यासम करोति. Accent, give a little pause, accent it. Sita Sayam Nrityabhyasam Karoti. Tone down for the answer. Neither of them is flat. This one is rising, this one is toning down. Neither of them have flat tone, both the question and answer. Okay, and accent words, they take a frequency jump a little bit, or some kind of loudness based, or some kind of what we call in Sangeeta the tone vibration based accenting. Sayam, like that. Okay. Pitamaha parashvaha agamishyati. Pitamaha kada agamishyati? Parashvaha. Again, this is an indeclinable. Shvaha, parashvaha, praparashvaha, hyaha, parahyaha, praparahyaha. Today, yesterday, day before yesterday, today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. These kind of techniques. Okay. So the grandfather, when will he come? See the future tense, agamishyati, future tense. Okay, question is about future. Here it's simply a present tense. Okay, why present tense is used for the first sentence? Because it's a daily occurrence. Suryodayaha adyapi bhavati, shvahapi bhavati, parashvahapi bhavati, hyahapi abhavat. So when we use the latlakara there, it is not like today when will, now when will it happen? No, it is in the sense of usually. So latlakara has a purpose of usually also. Okay, some kind of definitive statement of a regular event. Suryodaya pratah bhavati. Sarvada. So you can, sarvada is actually another type of da word. Sarvada, always. Okay, all the time. Sarvada Suryodaya pratah kale eva bhavati. Like that. Okay, bhavati is in the sense of not vartamana, it's about a regular event. Same here. Karoti, it's about a regular event. In the evenings, she practices like that. So you can actually do pluralization. Sita sayankaleshu, to mean many sayankalas. Sayankaleshu nrityabhyasam karoti. It's even better than just sayam. Okay, to mean in the sense of during the evenings, as we pluralize in English also in the same style. You can do that in all our Indian languages. Okay, pitamaha parashvaha agamishyati. Here it's an absolute future tense question. So this is about one particular arrival from today. Day after tomorrow he will come, agamishyati. So this is not in let. Okay, but if you kind of roughly use pitamaha kada agachyati and the answer is pitamaha parashvaha agachyati, it's not causal. We make such apabramshas even in Kannada and Hindi. We don't necessarily use future tense sometimes. Because parashvaha is mentioned, everybody will understand this is future tense. No, Samskrita, in order to be Panini and Shishya, you have to use agamishyati there. Okay, or one of the other applicable Bhavishyat Kala forms. Two are there. Okay. Te hyah agataha asan. They had come yesterday. See, had come, asan, agataha asan, had come. Okay. Te kada agataha asan. When had they come? Te hyah agataha asan. Okay. They had come yesterday. Like that. Somebody is asking when they came yesterday. Like that. Agataha, agataha, ktanta of the gamdatu with the a upasarga. The people who had come in a Visheshana tutte. Adya Krishnasya Janmadinotsavah. Oh, Krishnasya Janmadinotsavah kada. When is the birthday of Utsava regarding the birthday of Krishna? Today is the Utsava related to his birthday. Janmadinotsavah. Utsava in the sense of that kind of prayer and other processes that follow as part of that. The meaning of kada is when. The sun rises in the morning. When is the sunrise? Okay. Usually is hidden in that question. When is usually the sunrise? It is usually in the morning. The reply for kada can be given, usually is weird, always. Anyway, the reply for kada can be given in locative case also. Say, saptamyam api. So, Bharatanatya Pradarshanam kada bhavishyati. When does the Bharatanatya Pradarshana? That means Bharatasya Natyam, Bharatanatyam, Bharataнаtyasya Pradarshanam, the display of Bharatanatya. Okay. Kada bhavishyati. When will it happen? Okay. So, Napumsaka Prathama Vibhakti Pradarshan. So, Bharatanatya Pradarshanam Antima Bhanuvasare bhavishyati. During the last Sunday, Antima Bhanuvasare. Okay, I mean of the current month or whatever. Okay, Bhavishyati. The locative case will be introduced in the next lesson. They're going to teach you Saptami Vibhakti. This lesson we have focused on Shashti Vibhakti, the Sambandha Vibhakti. Next lesson we are going to go to Saptami Vibhakti or the Adhikarana Vibhakti, Adhikarana of time and space. See, this is time actually. Antima Bhanuvasare is time. Okay, it's on a particular Sunday as the reference of the time. Okay. Reference, Bhagini.
So when we use yaha, parashvaha or praparashvaha, these are independent of vibhaktis. But if the same sentence is used in terms of days, then the vibhakti will come, right?
Used in sense of?
Correct?
Used in the sense of?
Days. Like
days.
for example.
Correct. Bhanuvasare, Somavasare, Dine. Like that. Yes. Very correct. Whereas words like Shvaha, Parashvaha, Praparashvaha, Hyaha, they are all indeclinables and they're permanently mentally in Saptami Artha. They are locative in their, temporally locative in their nature. Okay? Yeah, correct. Okay. Whereas Dina Shabda is declinable. Okay? So, then you have to use Dine. You cannot use just like the Dinam or something. You have to use the correct Vibhakti, whatever is applicable. Okay? For example, it can go to Shashti, Dina Shabda. For example, Dinasya Ante, at the end of the day. Okay? Puja kada bhavishyati. Puja dinasya ante bhavishyati. At the end of the day, puja will happen. Dinasya ante. Anta goes to Saptami. Okay? Dinasya goes to Sambandha. End of the day. Of the day is Dinasya. Like that. Okay? Whereas, you cannot do Shashti of Shvaha. Okay? So, suppose I wanted to say tomorrow evening and use Shvaha. Right? That is the question that comes to you. How do Shvasya? No Shvasya business. Shvaha Sayankale Bhavishyati. Shvaha Sayam Bhavishyati. Sayankale is declined. Sayam is a fixed avyaya. Okay? Got it, Bhagini?
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Sucheta, you have a question? Okay. All right. It was an accidental unmute from her side. No problem. So I think you guys got the sense of kada and how we are using avyayas and how we are using declinables like, bhanuvasare, dine, dinasya ante, shvaha dinasya ante, shvaha dinante, many ways. Dinante is a samasta pada for dinasya ante. Okay. It can come in other vibhaktis. In the context of kada, saptami placement. Ante. Okay, that is Bhishma suffering from Arjuna's arrows. Okay, I don't know why I have him here. Usually I'll have it contextually. Pitamaha. Pitamaha. He is known as Pitamaha, Bhishma. Okay, all right. Sapta kakaraha. Now they have summarized for us what we have learned so far. They have summarized for us beautifully here. Okay. So this is a title given by Samskrita Bharati. It's not a Paninian title called kakara. There is nothing in Paninian grammar called kakara. It's a beautiful title in the lineage of simple learning. Sapta kakaraha, the 7 kakaras. Okay. So they gave the title kakara to the various question words. So one is the here it is. Okay. Kim shabda. Okay. Kim. Kutra. Kim is what. So it is having 3 forms. What napumsaka, what pullinga, what strilinga. So Kim is what napumsaka, what pullinga is kaha, and what strilinga is ka. So Kim means it includes Kim, ka, kaha, all 3 forms. Kutra is an indeclinable, simply it doesn't have. So you can go with Kim Shabda Saptami form, like kada cannot be used because that is a temporal, but kutra can be used in Kim Shabda, like using kasmin, like that. This kasmin Saptami form, okay, that will fit both Napumsaka and Pullinga, or kasyam. Tithi Shabda, for example, is Strilinga. So kasyam tithau karyah bhavishyati. In what tithi will the work happen? So kasyam tithau. So we don't use kutra tithau like that. Okay, kasyam tithau like that we use. So we use all the vibhaktis of Kim Shabda in the kaha table, Kim table, and ka table. Okay, Kim table I have only shown the first 2, rest are like Pullinga. But this is the most important 3 tables. You can learn it with kaha Shabda or you can learn it with saha Shabda. If you know saha Shabda, it is better. And then you can convert it to kaha easily. See, kaha kauke reads as saha taute, tam tautan, tena tabhyam taihi, tasmai tabhyam tebhyah, tasmat tabhyam tebhyah, tasya tayoho tesham, tasmin tayoho teshu. So fairly easy to replace ka with ta and read that, or ta with ka go in the other direction. Except we have to remember saha kaha form. Okay, there saha goes to tau. So there is sa and datta conversion there. Here there is nothing like that. Kaha kauke. So it's more straightforward than saha taute. Similarly, sate taha, tamte taha goes to kake kaha, kamke kaha, etc. Okay, and kimke kani. After that, rest is like pullinga. Kena kabhyam kaihi, like that. So these are, so the Kim Shabda embeds tons of questions. 21 forms here, 21 forms here. I am assuming Sambodhana Pratama is meaningless in the question word. So only 21. So 7 into 3, 21 forms, and 21 forms here. A lot of overlap sounds. Kabyam, kebya, different vibhaktis. Contextually, we have to take the vibhakti in those cases. Okay. All right. Then the more interesting, the remaining set are these. Okay. That's what they're listing here. Kutra, where, kati, how many. There is a kiyat that they have dropped it. Actually, there is a 8 kakara called kiyat, which means how much. Okay. They should have, I have put it. Okay. Kiyat, how much. Okay. How many is kati, kiyat is how much. Kiyat dugdam anetavyam eka liter parimitam. You can use eka liter parimitam. Don't need to struggle for liter. So eka liter parimitam dugdam anetavyam, like this. Okay. All right. So kati, how many. Kada, when just now we learned kada. Kutaha, from where. Tasil pratyaya is there. Bengalurutah, Bengaluru Nagarat, Bengalurutah, like that. Kutah. Katham, how? Bhavan katham asti? Aham samyak asmi. Aham rugnaha asmi. Samyak nasmi. Like this. Katham, how? Katham bhavatha karyamidam kritam? Adbhutam asti. Oh, बहु दिनद्वयं यावत् मया कार्यमिदं कृतं बहु श्रमः अनुभूतः. So like this katham is a nice concept. A lot of difficulty was there. 2 days I worked on it like that. Kimartham, kimartham evam chitritam, सम्यक् नास्ति किल. सः वदति, चित्रकारः वदति, सम्यक् नास्ति इति न वर्य, लोके एवं भवति तस्य चित्रणं मया कृतं. Some murder, something is showing maybe in his painting. So that's किमर्थम् एवं कृतं. किमर्थं भवान् आपणं गच्छति? अहं दोसाम् आनेतुम् आपणं गच्छामि, भोजनालयं गच्छामि, like that. Okay. Learning these questioning words not only makes conversations easier, but also helps in understanding the language very well. Let us see an example for each of these. Very good. So I will read the question and then the answer. Okay. Kaha Kuchelasya Mitram. Who was Kuchela's friend? Was or is? Okay. We don't know. There is no definitive Kriya Pada. Kaha Kuchelasya Mitram Asit. Then it is was. Shri Krishna Kuchelasya Mitram Asit. So answer is Shri Krishna for Kaha. Pratama Vibhakti Kaha. Pratama Vibhakti Shri Krishna has the answer. Okay. Question here, no question here. Normal statement ending. So Shri Harihi Kutra Gacchati. Where does this Shri Hari go? Ordinary Shri Hari of today's. Okay. Shri Harihi Ayodhyam Gacchati. Okay. He goes to Ayodhya. So, okay. All right. So, Ayodhyam. See, Saptami placement of a Strilinga Ayodhya, Strilinga Shabda Ayodhyam. Okay. Oh, this is a karma placement. Sorry. So, because Gatyartaka, Ayodhyayam would be Saptami, in Ayodhya. But this is not, this is a target of the Gamana Kriya. So, this is Tiya Vibhakti, not Saptami. Ayodhyam Gacchati. That's what I was wondering. My brain sometimes freezes. I'm sorry. So, the Gatyartaka question, so karma answer in for Kutra. One classic example. Ramasya Shat. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to read the question. Ramasya Kati Angulyah Santi. Of Rama, how many fingers are there? Ramasya Shat Angulyah Santi. There are 6 fingers of Rama. This is just a generic statement, guys. I don't have any historic evidence of this kind of. It's just interesting definition. Okay, leave it. Matamahi kada agatavati. When did the maternal grandmother came? Matuhu, mata, matamahi, mother's mother. Okay. Matamaha, mother's father. Matamahi, mother's mother. Okay. Pitamaha, father's father. Pitamahi, father's mother. Okay. First level, second level. Matamahi kada agatavati. Matamahi saptavadane agatavati. At the strike of the 7th hour. I mean, at 7 o'clock. Vadanam, as you know, is the strike of the bell. So, saptavadane, at the strike of the 7th bell, that means during the 7th hour, she came. There's a lot of historic connotation in the use of the vadanam there. Rashtrapatihi kutaha agamishyati. The Rashtrapati, from where? Kutaha, tasil pratyaya. From where does he come? Panchami question. Rashtrapatihi Chennai-taha agamishyati. Continuing to use tasil in place of Saptami. Chennai Nagarat could have been Chennai Nagaram if it was Chennai Nagarat agamishyati. Like that. Okay. Athva Chennai-taha agamishyati. Then Balamurali Katham Gayati. Oh, this is the famous Balamurali Carnatic singer. Balamurali Katham Gayati. How does he sing? Does he sing well or what? Balamurali Madhuram Gayati. Sumadhuram Gayati. Okay. very sweetly. So Kriya Visheshana. Deepika kimartam hasati. Deepika kimartam hasati. For what good reason does Deepika laugh? Deepika arogyartam hasati. Oh, she belongs to this laughter club. Laughter club Deepika. So Deepika kimartam hasati. Deepika arogyartam hasati. For the purpose of health, she laughs. Even genuine laughter is helpful for arogya. So you don't need to artificially laugh. But there is this theory that if you artificially laugh, also it produces the same results. I would rather read lots of jokes and genuinely laugh. That's what laughter clubs do also. They don't too much artificially laugh. They try to have one good joke wielding guy to help the others laugh. It's part of some yoga clubs also. Laughter. Okay, so Kim, Kutra, Kada, Katham, Kati, Kiyat, I am adding. Kutaha, Kimartham. Then one more I am adding. Kidrishaha, Kidrishi, Kidrisham. Kidrisha Shabda. So what is this? What type? This is Gunavachaka. So it extracts the Visheshana. Very important question. They are not included in some. So actually you can say if you include Kim Shabda, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 kakaras actually are required to complete the storyline. Okay. Kim, Kutra, Kada, Katham, Kati, Kiyat, Kutaha, Kimartam, Kidrisham. We just use Napumsaka for now. Like Kidrisham, like that. Okay. Just like in Kim we use Napumsaka, we just use Kidrisham as the placeholder for Kidrishaha, Kidrishi, Kidrisham. And Kim Shabda is for Kim, Kaha, Ka. Okay, what is this? Kidrisha means what type of masculine question, what type of feminine question is Kidrishi, and Kidrisham is what type of Napumsaka reference. Okay. Kidrisham pustakam bhavan patati. Aham uttamam pustakam pathami. Aham Ramayana pustakam patami. Kidrisham pustakam. Okay. Pathya pustakam. Ramayana pustakam. Like this you can answer for Napumsaka. Oh, saha chatraha kidrishaha asti. What type of student is? Oh, saha uttamaha chatraha. Uttamaha chatraha. Samyak patati. Good student. Well he reads. Like this. Okay. Kidrishaha. You can ask it in any vibhakti. Kidrisham pustakam bhavan patasi. Aham Ramayanam pustakam pathami. Object case. Okay. Kidrishena margena bhavan gacchati. Aham uttamena margena gacchami. In a good path I will go. Like this you can ask in any vibhakti. It's a context requirement. That's all. Okay. But Kutra, Kada, Kati, these are all fixated. They don't have any declension tables. But Kim Shabda has a declension table, and then Kidrisha Shabda also similarly has declension tables in all lingas, just like Kim Shabda has all in all lingas. Any questions with this Saptakakara? Actually, Navakakara. Remember, this is Navakakara along with Kiyat and Kidrisham. Yeah.
Sir,
any
this
question
is there. In English, we have this 5 W's and 2 H, where which and who.
Which is about neutral gender and who is about person. Yes.
So that's why it is not appearing here.
Yeah. So here we have Napumsaka as a generic path for which. Okay.
Okay.
Which book? Kim Pustakam, like that.
Okay.
But it can be Kahak Grantaha. See, we don't attach this distinction between which and what, because for us, even so-called neutral gender things of the other languages are Pullinga or Strilinga in our language, in Samskrita, right?
Okay. Yes.
That's why.
And second question, this question mark we generally don't use in this Sanskrit writing. The question.
Can you repeat a little loudly, please? Yeah. There is a dog barking in my neighborhood. I apologize.
This question mark, what we are using, generally is not used in Sanskrit writing.
No. Very good. Yeah. There is no question mark used. When we see kaha, no, our tone already goes into question mode.
Right.
Yeah. And usually the rising happens towards the last word, even if kaha is in the beginning. Kaha kuchelasya mitram, the tone lifting can happen with the tail or also with kaha. Kaha kuchelasya mitram, a little tone lift happens in the end always, but kaha can also be lifted. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Any other question? Very interesting questions from him. I like it because that those are all required in the animation of speaking, that knowledge. Okay, all right. So I think most of you have got this. Okay, today we will break now. Okay, we have some time in the afternoon also. I don't want to torture you too much now. So I think we can, where we were, Saptami Bhaga and then Abhyasa. Okay, oh, okay, this is Abhyasa related to this. There must be some more study. Just let me pass through a little bit. Yeah, there is a lot to learn. So Subhashitam segment, everything is there. So let us start with the Abhyasa in the afternoon session and conclude the 9th lesson today afternoon, probably even begin the 10th lesson a little bit. So its progress is good. Hopefully we'll find some time for starting 10th lesson. So thank you everyone for attending in good numbers today. So hold on, we have 3-4 more classes today evening, today afternoon 3, and then 4 more classes in the next weekend if we require all of it. And then we can call it a day from my torture of teaching you, but your torture of continuing to study remains till month end. Please, please, please don't abandon. Please don't abandon. It looks always, every hill looks impossible to cross, but once you cross, you will have the exhilaration of climbing the hill. Then you will go to the next hill. Okay? All the best. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ. Namo Namah.
Sanjeev Varya, thanks for standing by today. I know you have been there. I saw you. Thanks for standing by.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.